We could be the first OnlyFans models on the moon.
The moon, done and done. We're manifesting that.
Boy, I'll take you outside of this galaxy.
I'm screaming.
I'll be your only star.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Milk and Honeys. I am your host, Vanessa Curry, alongside the beautiful...
And I have to say it?
Yeah.
Kayla Becker. This is only episode 15, and we're figuring out how to introduce ourselves.
Yes.
But yes, it is us. We are here. Episode 15, though, isn't it crazy?
Crazy
to say?
That is crazy, but I'm so proud of us.
I am too. Again, this all started from one drunken night in Vanessa's kitchen, drinking 2 bottles of Chardonnay. Mm-hmm. And we're like, we have the gift of gab. We should share this with the world.
Yep. It's funny. People ask me sometimes, what made you want to start a podcast with your friend? Is it because you like to talk a lot? And I'm like, wow, is that a jab or is that a compliment?
They're probably like so grateful. It's like, oh, you're my friend who talks all the time. I'm so glad you could get that energy out to somebody else that's not me.
Yep.
You know?
And here she is.
God, my parents would have been so thankful if I had a podcast growing up because they'd be like, oh my gosh, she shut up at dinner. Mm-hmm. She has nothing else to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. But yes, it is because I like to talk a lot and we have a lot to say.
We do. Get over it. But yes, lots to say as always, including today. So we have some updates on some people's breakups, big cookies, the latest Jordan Peele mind trip. Plus, we're also diving into what we think about cancel culture, movie recommendations, and of course, like every episode, we're going to wrap it up with the honey jar. Mm-hmm. So we got a fun little day ahead.
Yes. Let's get into your recent breakup. How's it going? How's the fallout been? How's it been emotionally? How long has it been now?
It's been about a month now, okay. I think, since the breakup happened. It's been good. You know, it's still one of those. I think it's the first like real breakup I've experienced to where like when people say those highs and lows will hit you out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Because I've talked about before. I've been notoriously. I try to stay single. It's just a thing that I really love doing. It's my favorite hobby. But then I got into this relationship, and it was a great relationship for the most part. Lasted a year and a half. We were living together. We were sharing a dog. So I think I have a hard time with it's funny. It's like this twofold thing with me where I'm really good at cutting people off, but at the same time, goodbyes are really hard for me.
Yes.
So I think I still struggle with, in the middle of the day, seeing something that reminds me of he and the dog, and then I get really sad. But I'm finding myself again, realizing what I'm passionate about, finding Kayla. You came to my place recently and you're like, oh my God, this is your apartment again.
Yes.
So,
it just felt, obviously when there's only one person living in a place, it's going to feel a little more empty, I'm sure. But it just felt more aligned to who you were. I was like, oh, because I don't think I'd ever actually been to your place single.
No.
Yeah, we always came to my house.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's nice to kind of I've been in her space 3 times
more
now.
than pretty much anybody else has. I never really had people over when I was dating him, just because we had different lifestyles or whatever, and we had a couple joint parties together. But for the most part, I didn't really have people over. And I live in a beautiful apartment in West Hollywood that I worked so hard to get when I moved out here 3 years ago. So it makes me really sad that I haven't hosted more gatherings there. And I'm gonna start. I want to start having game nights with my friends. Watching sports, although I don't really watch sports, but my friends do. So come watch the big game at my house.
We know how to
I'll
cheer
serve
on.
the appetizers and the brewskis. And it'll be a grand old time. Meanwhile, me and Vanessa will be in the back taking selfies and not really paying attention to what's going on.
We're going to just be taking content.
We'll just be making content while you're watching the Super Bowl. So so it's been nice kind of having my space back. And but I think some of the sadder parts of it are I used to cook for both of us, and now I'm cooking for myself, so that I'm doing a lot more Uber Eats and DoorDash than I should, which, by the way, is so expensive. I wanted chocolate cake. Let me tell you, I wanted chocolate cake the other day so bad. Mm-hmm. And I ordered on Uber Eats from Bossa Nova, the Brazilian place.
Yes.
And I forgot to add ice cream to it. And so I messaged the Uber Eats person. I'm like, hey, can you please add on the ice cream? They said, we can't do it on our end. So then I called Bossa Nova. They had me on hold, talked to 2 different people, and they couldn't add it either. And they said, listen, we're going to send you some free ice cream.
That's so nice. That
it was
never
so
happens.
nice, but that's where I am in my breakup, where I'm just ordering overpriced chocolate cake and then talking to the hostesses at the restaurants trying to get ice cream.
Yes. Yeah, that's okay.
So the breakup is going really well.
That's okay. that actually means that it is going well. So that's good.
God.
But you also have been a little sick lately.
I've had a little cold. I think it's been going around. But how are you like when you're sick? Because I think I could be one of the most insufferable humans on the planet, even with the tiniest cold.
See, I feel like I've had really bad sicknesses. Like, I had COVID probably 3 times that I know of. I just had the flu during New Year's, which was horrible.
Yeah.
So when I do get sick, and I struggle from migraines every time around my moon cycle, aka my period, if that's not what you call it. So
I'm so glad you're finally saying. You always say moon cycle, and I feel like trash. I'm like, when I'm on my period,
when I'm on my rag,
when Aunt Flo comes to visit, on the rag.
Yeah, I just feel like my moon cycle just sounds. I still want to give it love in some ways, and that's where I go with it.
No.
But yeah, when I'm out, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like I am out, especially when I have those migraines, especially during that time of the month. I close everything. I have migraine medication, actual pills that I can just pop in and I'll chug some water and go to sleep.
Yeah.
And usually it does help, but it is weird because even when I take a migraine pill, you can feel it happening. You can feel it tensing up in certain areas where you're probably holding tension, and then your body just feels interesting. So you feel the medicine working, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But you get used to it. And honestly, I'd rather feel it working because I know, it's going to happen. It's going to get rid of it.
So you like the medicine, like, it's better than the alternative.
Yeah. But like usually my sicknesses, if I have like a cold, it lasts 24, 48 hours.
And that's how mine's been. Like I think I started feeling it like on on Sunday, and then wasn't feeling great Tuesday. Yesterday I felt my worst, and today I'm like, I feel better now.
Right.
But I took Mucinex, not the pill, because also I can't take pills. Okay.
Really?
Since I was a kid, I can't take pills. I have to hype myself up for it. Like when I was little, my parents got so angry with me because I'd have to sit at the counter to take my medicine, and it would be an hour before I could actually swallow it. So we start like breaking up capsules and teaching a young kid bad skills. But I knew how to smash
how to chop up those pills, man.
Chop them up. But yeah, I always hated it. But so last night I took a thing of Mucinex, and I'm like, how is it 2025 and how does medicine still taste this bad? Like, I'm like, I would rather just suffer through being sick than have to taste that shit again. It was so bad.
That's how I feel about NyQuil.
And it just makes you super high. I didn't hate that part. But
see, really?
I felt like I just all of a sudden I was like walking to the fridge. I was like, but maybe I also was a little stoned too. So I think mixing that with Mucinex.
Yes. Well, also, didn't you say that you realized? Oh, not Mucinex, but Midol.
Midol
has. I don't know. It makes you sleepy.
Yeah. So like I was on my mean cycle a few weeks ago.
See, I love that she's starting to learn
and
my
I was
lingo.
Like, I had to go to a party. So I'm like, okay, I can't. It was my first day. If you know anything about periods, like for me, day 1, day 2 is the worst. You don't want to do anything. Yeah. But I had to go to this party, so I'm like, let me just pop a Midol, which I never take. I normally take ibuprofen. Took the Midol, and I'm like, why am I so sleepy all of a sudden? And I couldn't figure it out. I thought maybe it was just like my body. And then I did research, and there's a key ingredient in Midol that people will take as a sleep aid. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell?
I never knew. What the hell?
So no Midol. no Midol. Going back to ibuprofen.
Yeah, no. I don't normally take Midol. I usually take ibuprofen. Yeah. For almost everything.
It's
or
like
Tylenol, which is, I mean, aren't they kind of...
Are they the same?
The same.
I get them on Advil, Tylenol.
Yeah, Advil, Tylenol, and ibuprofen.
They kill pain.
Yeah, that's all I know.
That's all I want.
I know it works. Give me 2, 3, 4 pills, 600 milligram, good to go.
Good to go. Our liver's dead, but... There's worse things we consume that are killing our liver. It's not the ibuprofen.
Exactly. For sure.
Anyway, on that note,
yes.
I know you've been busy. We talked about that. We're thankful that we are getting a little busier. But man, it's been rough, I think, for both of us living in Hollywood, trying to find work in our industry. You being a model and an actress, performer, me being a broadcaster. How's it been? I've been having conversations with people in the business, and they're like, it's just dead everywhere right now.
It is. I mean, I've been getting auditions, which I'm so grateful for. I've been getting in-person castings for modeling jobs lately, so I have hope that things are turning around a little bit, but I don't want to wait anymore.
Yeah.
I want to start making my own projects. I know that we know how to write. Like, let's write our own stuff. And so I've just been really brainstorming with people who are super creative because most of our friends are in the creative field. That's why we all moved
to the city.
Exactly.
It's overpriced.
Yes.
Toxic city. It's because we all have
dreams.
I did have a question for you though. I was talking to another model, and you've talked to me about this too, about how AI is replacing a lot of models. Like how has that been? Is that like a terrifying realization to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, how does that work?
I won't name the brand that it was for, but I did an AI model situation for a company, and it's insane. There's obviously no hair and makeup. You just come in, you still try on all the clothes, but I do feel like eventually that's going to change. They're not even going to need you for that. But you try on the clothes, you do a normal e-com day, and then when the photos get put onto the site, it's not you. It's a completely different person.
So weird.
I was a blonde, blue-eyed
you in a different dimension.
Girl.
I mean, I'm kind of into that.
I mean,
I bet Ozzy to be like, oh.
I was like, yeah, now I'm a Gemini. Not only do you get two of me, but you get like
literally
another version of me.
Oh, God.
And I mean, she's pretty, like she's gorge, but I mean, obviously she's not me. And obviously the rate is a little bit less than like a normal e-com day. But at the end of the day, I mean, of course I'm going to take it. It's money. It's, I gotta make money. And if this is another outlet to do that, I'm going to use it.
Of course.
So I do think it's very scary. And, I've seen, Mango just had a campaign that was fully AI. Vogue just released their first AI campaign in their magazine, which is interesting. And I know a lot of people were kind of upset because, Vogue is such a prestigious brand that I think people thought they would protect them and not do that. But I'm not going to lie. When I saw the ad, it's gorge. I mean,
now, why do you think these brands, you think it's just a money thing? That reason, like...
Sure.
Because also, it is completely just erasing, like, all, like, dignity and work and, like, what we've all been working our entire lives to be. Like, even on TikTok, I'll see news reports and watch a news anchor, and then I'll see, oh, this was an AI news reporter. I'm like...
And you don't even know.
Like, how it's so good, but like, what? I'm like, why? We should have been a fucking doctor, but no, not even that. So I'm sure they're gonna have fucking robots.
They're gonna have
being
robots.
doctors. So is our whole, like, again, can the mothership just land and just take us all out at this point? Because
or just like show us how to do this, like the mothership, because that they're the ones that are controlling it.
Or just pick us up and just take us back with you. I will start at the bottom on a new planet.
Yes,
I will be a fry cook.
Yes,
maybe I'll do OnlyFans in another planet.
Take me to the moon. Like moon OnlyFans.
Oh my God, take me to the moon. We could be the first OnlyFans models on the moon.
The moon. Done and done. We're manifesting that.
Boy, I'll take you outside of this galaxy.
I'm screaming.
I'll be your only star.
Oh, I haven't laughed in a long time.
Oh, anyway, yes, it is really frustrating.
But it is, and I get it. Look, times are changing, and it's just, when technology first started coming out, when we were kids, our parents, it's like you either sink or swim. You got to learn technology. You got to learn the deep, dark web, and you have to know how to navigate it. Otherwise, you're going to fall behind.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel, too, And I use my mom as an example because she is so good at teach me. She wants to learn ChatGPT. She wants to learn everything that she needs to know because she does not want to fall behind, and she wants her brain to keep working and challenge her, So I'm like, if she can do it, we can keep up with that too.
That's a good point, because I think we did make fun of our parents growing up, like, who were so against learning new technology. Like when we had the flip phone or like the Nokia phone, like
the sidekick.
The sidekick. I grew up in a town that had no cell reception, so we were all like walkie-talking. Like, we had the beep phones.
What? What do you mean?
It was called Southern Link.
What do you mean? Wait, so it was just like...
You couldn't text or do... It was just like... It was a brick phone, and when you wanted to talk to someone, it was literally a walkie-talkie.
What year was this?
Like, in real life, like 2000 to 2008, but like in the rest of the world, like 1990.
Did you
Town
guys...
of 500 people, no stoplights. We got a Dollar General. That was the biggest thing that ever happened to us. Like, my mom ran around in our yard with a Dollar General bag on her head because she was so excited about this new... huge market that we had.
That is insane.
Yeah. So that being said, when they were always scared to like move to new technology. I was like, y'all just got to get with the times. You're going to be left behind. But now I think at our age, we're starting to see that we're turning into our parents back then, where I'm like, I got the new iPhone 16, and I don't know who, maybe our friend Cole the other day was like, you know all these things you can do on this phone? I'm like,
yes.
No idea. No idea. I just get it for like the good camera.
Yeah, even my ChatGPT, he saw me opening up my phone to like go to the app, and he goes, why isn't it on your home button? And
How do I do that?
Yeah, I said, well, show me, Cole. You know what I mean? Like, just show me that.
Show us the way,
Show us the way. But it is crazy. And, you know, like I said, that's why I think being a creative, even for you and I, we are looking at different realms and different realms, yes, but different avenues of work that we can do and that still fulfill us. And even maybe things that we did in the past, like, okay, let's try this again. Like, let's bring it back into our life and see where this can go, because everything is changing so quickly. And, you know, I'd like to think that I'm a good enough model to I won't lose my career completely, but who knows, right? I mean, you don't know. And I know a friend who got paid, I think it was $15,000 to use use her body as an AI for background in films.
Really?
And so, and it's, what is it, in perpetual? Or
Why can't neither one of us say this word? Forever.
It's forever.
Forever.
If Kayla doesn't
today we've had this thing where neither one of us can remember words, phrases, or anything. It's just been one of those weeks. I'm gonna dub it in here.
Yeah, in perpetual. Yeah, I was trying to think of the word research earlier. Okay, and
the word research.
Yeah, and I kept trying to tell her, you know, like education, like they
and you
look
compare
into
data,
like
and
percentages.
Like, what's that word? I'm thinking it's gonna be some like crazy word that I was not in the spelling bee booklet. And she's like, research. I'm like, oh, okay, I know that one. I know that word. But yes. But okay, yeah. And you know, if you think about, like, 'cause I signed a deal when I worked for WWE, which I'm pissed that I did it, but I was in a video game for several years, and I had trading cards, and I had like merch and stuff. And I signed a deal because they kind of forced it down our throats. So it's like, you have to sign this. We're going to pay you $10,000. And at the time, I'm like, whoa, $10,000. But then we get to sell the stuff forever and like not give you extra unless you know, I'm like, I mean, honestly, to be real, I probably didn't sell more than $10,000 worth of merch. But when I think about some like the other people who
I don't know about
definitely
that. I'm pretty sure you probably sold more.
I did
than
sell a lot
10,000.
of trading cards, more than I thought, because they're all over the internet, like jacked up. And I don't have any of my own trading cards because the company never gave us any. Like, I had like 10 or 12 trading cards, Topps trading cards. I don't own any of them because the company, like, we would get in trouble if we kept any for ourselves to give to our family because we had to account for all of them. So I've been going on eBay to buy them all, but like they're expensive on eBay.
She's
like
expensive,
the ones I've autographed.
honey.
So if you have any of my trading cards and you just want to send them to me,
just one.
Like, you're so vain.
No, you need
if
to.
I have kids or something one day, it'd be so cool. Like, hey kids, look, your mom was cool one day.
Exactly. You need to put it in a little case and like keep it for keepsake. Speaking of, we know Kayla is like obviously the coolest person. I totally forgot to do this in the intro in the beginning. But today is Kayla's 25 anniversary of becoming a foster child.
Yes, it is my gotcha day.
It's her gotcha day.
25 years ago.
I got her some beautiful little flowers because today is her gotcha day.
Oh
and
my God.
This journey for you, I know, has not been easy. And so I know sunflowers are your favorite flowers.
They are.
And Lisa Vanderpump.
Lisa.
This is her brand.
Should I message Lisa and thank her for the flowers?
Bloomhouse by Lisa Vanderpump. And how beautiful are these? So
they are
these
gorgeous,
are for you.
Vanessa,
we'll call this like your happy gotcha day, like a happy birthday.
Thank
this
you.
is, you know. So before we move on, I just needed to make sure
I appreciate that.
you know that, you know, we love you and you're strong, and that is not an easy thing to go through as a child. That. And I'm so proud of you for doing all the work to make yourself understand like that process for you as a kid. So
thank you.
Kudos.
Yeah, it's weird. Like 25 years is one of those numbers where you're like, oh, that was so long ago. Like people might even hear it and be like, get over it. But like, I was 9 years old when like I got ripped away from my mom.
My niece is 9 years old.
So yeah,
she's going into the 4th grade.
To her. Yeah,
and I looked at her, and when you said 9 years old, I'm like, I don't even understand how she would have fathomed that process if she had to go through that. Even just seeing a 9-year-old.
I remember being 9, right? Like
I do, but it's different when you see a physical child who is 9 years old and think about what you went through.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. And I think I remembered everything so clearly because I had to go through so much as a kid. Like, I think my earlier memories probably were earlier than a lot of people's because of, like, that's what trauma is. But yeah, 25 years ago, taken from my family in Texas and put into a foster home with a bunch of strangers in Alabama. And definitely one of the hardest things, but one of the things I'm most thankful for because it completely, like, took my life on a completely different track. Like, there's no telling what would have happened to me if I had just stayed or lived with my mom's friends or whatever. And I was put with the best people. Like, my foster parents are incredible. They fostered, at this point, like 35 kids. They actually just texted us a couple weeks ago. They just took in another little boy. So they've been doing this since they were younger than me, which also I'm like...
Which is crazy.
I can imagine so when I moved in, there was 8 other foster kids, I think, or 6 to 8. At 34 years old, if I had to go home to 6 little shitty-ass, bratty, trauma-filled foster kids...
Who don't understand really what's going on.
Don't understand the world. And they did that, and they've done it nonstop. Like, oh my God, I'm just so thankful.
It's amazing.
But yeah, and so that's why my tattoo on my arm has the date, but there's a big, you can't really tell because it's old, but it's a big cookie because growing up on all of our foster care anniversaries, my parents would make us all, like, our individual big Pazuki, big, like, chocolate chip cookie with ice cream on top of it. And then we would sit around the table with all the other foster kids and we get to eat our own cookie. And then everyone around the table would say, like, a memory they had from the first time that you walked in the house. So it was always very special.
What was your first memory? I don't know if we've talked about this. I don't think we have.
My first memory of moving in, I think I was just like, who are all these people?
Yeah.
You know, I think it was just more like shock. But I think one of the biggest things, my foster family was so big on family dinners every night. They had this giant, like 12-foot long wooden table. And there was no, like, it was very rare that we didn't all sit around that table. And I never experienced that. It was like before foster care, my mom would come home from her double shift, throw a bag of Jack in the Box or Taco Bell at us. Ayo, Taco Bell sponsor us. And
we would love that.
It's my favorite restaurant.
Double deckers.
My favorite restaurant in the world.
Twists. Pepsi, even though I'm a Coke girl, but
Selena
Pepsi.
Gomez or Vinny Blanco. I think Selena Gomez. I think we proposed to her and did a whole Taco Bell thing. That's all I want in this world.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah,
I'll keep that in mind.
Proposed to me.
Well, not me, but like in case you get proposed to another time, one day I'm going to be like, hey,
this is what you need to do.
We're going to go to Vegas
Rent
and
out
go
that
to
Taco Bell,
the Taco Bell cantina and Kayla and propose to her there.
I will be a happy gal.
Me too.
But anyway, but thank you so much for acknowledging
of course.
it.
Love you.
Let's talk about you. I feel like I've talked about myself a lot. How's your life? You're in a long distance relationship, so I know that takes a lot of...
Yes. It's exhausting. We're going on 2.5 years of being in a long distance relationship. It's not long, thank goodness. He lives in Vegas, so it's not too far. It's a 4-hour drive from here or a 45-minute flight, which I will always take the flight,
of course,
if I can. But yeah, it's not hard to do a long distance relationship when you do have a healthy relationship. I feel like we trust each other. Our communication's great, but having to schedule when we're seeing each other is like, it takes
you're both so busy. Like, you have all your stuff going on here, he has all this stuff going on there,
and so it's, sometimes I do think when we talk about, who's gonna move where, am I gonna move there, you're like, when, it's difficult because I do right now feel like a lot of things are happening, a lot of things are shifting for me here, and I'm starting to maybe let go of past versions of myself in my industry and like my work life. Not to say that I'm giving anything up. We talked about mourning past versions of like your work self. And so I am getting into different avenues of creativity for a job, and it's nice and lovely, and I can't leave. I just feel like I can't leave here
just get
yet.
Up and,
and so that's been difficult, and it's funny. I'm the person that always says, "Oh, I miss you," and for him, sometimes he won't necessarily say it back, but I know it's not because he
doesn't
miss you. I think he's expressed to me, like, sometimes it's just like, it's a little too, it's hard sometimes. Like it's like, ugh, like, yes, like we hate having to say, miss you, you know? So it's difficult, but I do think we're great in a sense. We know how to navigate it. And like I said, our communication's great. So if we're feeling some type of way, we'll always talk about it. You know, we have these therapy sessions, is what he likes to call them, is when he knows I'm about to ask him a deep question. Or sometimes I like to have check-ins, you know, how are we doing? Like, are you receiving everything that you need to receive from me? Like, do you need more from me, or vice versa? You know, I want to have that open floor mat where we can be really honest with each other. Because I think a relationship is about figuring out what the other person needs and wants, and how can we mesh those two together that it's not hindering the other person. But it's funny because he always will say, is this a therapy session? And I say, yes.
I tell you, me and Ozzy are so similar in how we receive stuff, because that's how I would get. Like, anytime my ex would want to, like, check in, I'm like, why are you asking me this question? Like, you should know how I feel.
Yeah.
He's like, no, like, I just want to, you know, we should just check in with each other. I'm like, you know, no feedback is good feedback, okay? That's what I've always been taught, okay? Back off. Let me watch my pictures.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's funny because, yeah, you guys are very similar in so many ways. And so, yeah, but like I said, even if he's not necessarily comfortable with that, he's getting more comfortable, and I'm so grateful for that, because I am somebody who needs to have those in-depth conversations. I want to know what's behind the soul. I want to know, like, really what you're feeling. I want to get deep. My family makes fun of me.
We can never be in a relationship.
My boyfriend makes fun of me, but he makes fun of me, but he still doesn't.
He appreciates it, obviously. Yes. He's probably one of the first people who's ever, like, pushed him in that way, too.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Probably, yeah.
So, yeah.
Like, even, like, his brother's very quiet. His mom's very quiet. I, unfortunately, didn't ever get to meet his dad, but I know his dad probably was the life of the party, because that's kind of, like, what his job was. And so I know that he was a lively man. I can only imagine, but I do think Ozzy and his brother do resemble his mom in, like, the quieter,
just kind of the observer, sit back and kind of watch.
Yes, yeah. But I mean, like, I will say, the more drama I see is when I'm at the airport traveling to go see him.
Do you ever see, like, couples fighting in the airports? That's my favorite thing to watch. I have a few on camera.
Do you?
I love watching
Oh my gosh. If you can find them, we should, like, put them in.
I don't know if we're allowed to. I don't know. I don't want to be, like, sued.
We could like blur their faces.
And, like, public, like, I don't like raising, I think it comes from being a child, and maybe it's how our parents were. Like, if we acted up in the grocery store, it was like, you shut your mouth right now. You cry, I'm gonna give you something to cry about. That was that deep Southern redneck accent
there
right
it
there.
is.
That's Alabama, that Roanoke in the parking lot. No, you can't have that toy. You wait till Christmas, goddammit. But I think, like, now, any public confrontations, I feel, even if you're yelling at your dog in public, I saw that at the dog park, I get so uncomfortable.
It's so uncomfortable.
So when I see couples just going at it in public, I'm like, yo, like, at least go to the family bathroom. Like, what's going on?
I've had one incident with an ex-boyfriend once where we were leaving a nightclub, and it was a normal thing for us to fight once both of us were drinking. Like, he would always try and start something. And there would be moments where I just couldn't take it anymore, and I would lash back at it instead of just being quiet. And I remember, I'll never forget us waiting for an Uber and him pushing me up against the wall. We're like in public on the sidewalk. It's probably 2:30 in the morning, you know, like the clubs are probably, we were in Atlanta, so the clubs don't close, I think, until like 4 or something. And I remember this random guy walking past, and his arms were like this up against the wall, like screaming at me. I don't even remember what he was yelling at me for. And the guy asked, like, excuse me, miss, like, are you okay? And of course I looked at him and I said yes, but obviously I wasn't, you know? And it's just crazy to think that people can do that in public settings. I think I just froze in that moment, because I'm like, we're in public, like, how embarrassing is this?
Where's just like the embarrassment? It's like, I'm not scared of you. I'm just like, I'm embarrassed that people are watching me.
And you
right
think
now.
that I'm weak because I'm not yelling back at you, but no, actually that makes me stronger. I'm just going to let you, like, spill whatever you need to do.
At the end of the day, you're not the one looking bad. He is.
No. But in the airport, it happens all the time. I see, like, people sitting there, and they're like, well, this is why I told you not to do that. And like, da, da, da. And I'm just, I sit back and I'm like, oh my God, thank goodness. Like, I don't think Ozzy and I have ever really, like, we've maybe snapped like once, but it's not a snap. It's not like an argument.
It's like something almost, you two know is like a fight, and then you like,
yes. Like there was one time we were going to Japan and I thought he was already in the gate, but he was walking to the gate. And so when I got there, I had paid for my bag. He's like, why did you pay for your bag? I paid for it. And I'm like, because I didn't know, you know? And then he comes up and like gives me a hug, and we're like, we could just tell we were like a little flustered, like stressed.
Flying is stressful,
it's
especially
stressful.
Like traveling internationally and traveling with your significant other, like that. Me and my ex, same thing. Like I have this thing where when I worked for WWE, I was traveling all the time. Yes. I'm a professional airport person, but there's little things that I still do that like you wouldn't think that I would do. Like I need to go see the gate physically, and then I can walk around and maybe go do other things. I need to make sure,
okay,
because there's been too many times where like the gate gets changed
for sure,
and he didn't understand that, and so I'm like, I need to walk all the way to the gate. So we walked like a long way to get there before we got food, and then I look around and he's gone. And I'm getting mad because I'm like, he must have just gone to eat without me because he's upset that I had to see the gate. So I'm storming down, you know, I'm like storming down the moving sidewalk so I can just move faster, you know, just like looking for this guy. And then I see him behind me. He'd come out of the bathroom. So he just went to the bathroom. That's all he did. But I was not letting go. I was already on one. I said, why the fuck would you have ducked into the bathroom and not told me? You knew how stressed out I was about this. He's like, whoa. It's like, mama needs a glass of wine and some carbs.
Yes.
And that was like, I immediately apologized. Because like, it's like a monster. You can't, the traveling monster comes out of you and you're just like, oh my God, you just did,
Yeah, and it's hard to put her back in. It really is. I get that. That happened one time. Again, we landed in Tokyo, and we were going through customs, and so he went before me, and you know there's like double doors, so he goes out, and then I go and I don't see him. Like I go out the double doors and I'm like, oh my God, where is he? And in my head I'm like, did he leave me? And when I tell you the funniest thing, I look over, like I'm starting to panic, you know, like I'm like, I don't know where I'm at. I don't even know what hotel we're staying at. I'm just following him, you know, like I don't care. I like him to like know everything, and I'll just go where you're going. But I finally look over, and there's the news with a camera and a news reporter interviewing him.
No, he was just sitting there getting interviewed. He
was getting interviewed by a Tokyo news station.
Stop and said, sure.
Yes, asking him, what are you excited for, like, for Tokyo?
People?
Yeah. So I was so mad at him, right? I was so mad. And then I look at him, and then, of course, like, I take my phone out and, like, record it. Because I'm like, this is hella funny. He is, like, they probably thought, because he's so tall and does, you know, he looks he had blonde hair at the time.
He's a traveler here from America.
Yes, exactly. And I just was like, not you getting interviewed by the news, and I'm over here having a panic attack.
Like, do y'all see it on?
Oh no, I wish.
I bet you could find it somewhere.
We should search for it, because that's really funny.
Relationships. Well, you know, that brings us into this next topic: movies that we've seen. You haven't seen this movie yet. I just went and saw the new Dave Franco and Allison Brie movie together. You wouldn't like it.
No, so I saw the preview, and I am not watching it.
Basically, it's this horror romance comedy about a couple that physically fuses together after getting into some water they shouldn't have been drinking. It was so disgusting, but it was like, I'm notoriously dismissive avoidant. I don't like a lot of, you know, intimacy and, you know, emotion. And so I felt like that was what this movie was kind of trying to like portray, like the extreme codependence that some couples have on each other, to the point where like they do become one person. And so I don't know. I thought it was a really, really good movie. It's not scary.
Maybe I'll watch it during the day.
Watch it during the day.
Maybe I'll watch it after this.
You should do that. No, you have to go to the theater. It's not out. It's just hit theaters.
It just hit theaters. So we're gonna have to wait till I can watch it at my house with the blinds open and all the lights on.
But it wasn't scary, but just it was really gross. But it's funny how it just kind of makes your mind kind of go with what the message was behind it. Because one of my least favorite phrases that I hear couples say is like, I'm just trying to find my missing piece. I'm like, why would you want that? Like, are you not whole?
Right.
Like, don't you want to find like another hole, and then you two holes come together, and you can just fuse a little bit, and then you just go about your whole little lives?
Right.
Like, you want to be a half and find somebody else to mesh with? Like, no. And I think that's a very like naive and young thing that people say, to find your missing piece. But again, I think that's kind of what the movie was about. Funny thing about this movie, though, they ripped it off. They stole this film. So real life couple, obviously, Dave Franco and Allison Brie. The whole controversy is someone like gave them this like screenplay or script a while ago to look at it, and then they came out with this movie, and they didn't even care to change like the most minuscule things like to the record that was played at the very end, which I think is kind of funny.
So what is happening with that?
I mean, I don't know. It's all gone quiet, so I'm sure they paid the person off or something. But I'm like, okay, well, that's a real life couple who did some shit like that. I'm curious as to like, how are they as real people? You know, how are they actually? Because if my significant other came up to me and said, hey, I got this script from somebody, let's rip it off and pass it off as our own, I'd be like, you're not the person I thought you were who would do something like that.
That's
so I've got some questions for you, Dave and Allison. You look really cute on camera. You did a great job with the movie. But I just have some questions. That's it.
Yeah. Interesting.
I know. Great movie, though. Very fun.
Okay. Love that.
You went to a premiere.
I did.
Last night.
I went to go see Nobody 2.
Never saw the first one.
I watched the first one right before the second one. It's with Bob Odenkirk. And he is just amazing. Like...
Everybody say hot. I'm like, oh, is that your...
No. No offense. No offense.
He's got a little daddy thing going on.
Yeah, he's, you know, he's dad. Not daddy, but like dad. No, it was amazing. He's amazing. His physical ability to do these fight scenes.
And he's doing them.
And he's doing them.
Okay.
He is doing them. And Daniel Bernhardt and Kirk Jenkins were who choreographed those fight scenes in the first movie.
Okay.
And even Daniel Bernhardt said he was so blown away by Bob's work ethic and how he was able to retain the choreography and do it, and they were able to like push really hard in the second one for him, and it's really cool. Even the choreographer Daniel was given a role in the second film.
Oh, nice!
As one of
he
the
did that good
assassins.
of a job on the first one. So
yeah, and it's just really cool. Like that's like even like we were talking about earlier. It's nice to see like Hollywood do that sometimes. You know, like to give him his flowers. Then gave him a role in the film, and he did amazing. I mean, it's not like a big role, but he did great. He plays one of like the head assassins next to like the head honcho woman assassin. So, but it was a great movie. I did like the first one better.
Okay. So that's the consensus for a lot of like sequels and.
But if they come out with another movie, because they kind of left it open.
And we better get like another like John Wick situation.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is that Daniel Bernhardt choreographed.
Oh, for John Wick?
For John Wick.
Oh, so he's in. Like,
yes.
This guy is like, his job can't be replaced by AI. He's
No. He literally has, my friend and I who were watching it, he goes, I wonder if he choreographed like John Wick. And we looked it up, and he did.
Oh.
And so it's a lot of parallels there. And
okay.
It's phenomenal. It's great. Like there's this bus scene that's just insane. It's so gruesome and gross.
Ooh, I love the word gruesome and
gross.
But
the fighting is just incredible.
Okay, I'll
it's
watch
incredible.
It. I'll give it a whirl.
I think it's out August 13 in theaters.
Okay.
And so everyone go watch it. It's great. It's a fun film.
And the first one's streaming on Prime, so if you haven't watched the second one, you can go watch the first one.
Yep, the first one's on Amazon Prime. The second one comes out August 13th in theaters, and it was so fun.
Okay.
It's so fun. Yeah, I loved it.
So watch together and watch Nobody 2.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yeah.
We have other movie recommendations, but we got to move through the show.
Yeah.
So. We'll post about it.
We'll post about it, but just to give a shout out, like Happy Gilmore 2 is best. I'm sorry, we had to say it. Like,
yeah. All the best nostalgia.
I loved it. The cameos were amazing. Everything was amazing. It was just, I mean, obviously, like we said, it's never going to be the first one, but it was so close.
It felt like you were hanging out with like your old pals, and like
yes.
And what I loved about it. Like I think a very intelligent way to do a sequel is that I didn't like rely on people to have already seen the first one. Like,
right.
I brought enough flashbacks where you can kind of piece it together.
Right.
While still like paying a lot of respect to like,
yes.
you know, the actors that were in it before, people that were very close to Adam. So yeah, very well done.
Yep.
I loved it. I'm gonna watch
Brava.
it again.
I've watched it 3 times already.
Really?
I have. I'll just turn it on before I go to bed because it's just that good. And I love Adam Sandler. I love
Bad Bunny.
Oh
MVP
my
of that entire
gosh.
movie was Bad
yes.
Bunny.
It was so funny. It was
He's
good.
like getting cast in all these different roles, and he's
yes.
I think he stole the show.
Yeah, it was great. It was so good.
Someone else who's been stealing the show and the headlines. That sounds so official.
I know.
I got to talk about Sydney Sweeney for a minute. She, we kind of all got introduced to her in Euphoria. She did a great job playing Cassie, the big crybaby, pick-me girl with a nice rack. And then she's done very well with her career since then.
Yep.
But she's under a lot of fire right now for this American Eagle ad. The My Jeans Are Blue. People took that and ran with it and decided to turn it into this whole privilege and talking about your genetics and is this racist and blah, 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 blah. American Eagle stood by her. The stock went up. I've been watching and following and reading all the comments about it. Personally, I think it's a massive overreaction by people. I think we live in this world of selective outrage. People just want to find a reason to be mad, especially you want to be mad at the pretty white girl with blonde hair and blue eyes and big boobs who's getting booked in all the roles.
Yes.
How did you feel about, you saw the backlash?
I did. I saw the backlash, and I don't know, maybe call me crazy because I'm in the industry. We're in the industry, so we understand campaigns and what goes into it and all these things. And to me, I was like, well, she was just reading a script.
It's not like she came up with this ad. It's I'm going to brag to everybody that I'm better than all of y'all because of my genes. Give this girl a break.
Yeah, I don't think, I thought it was a good ad.
It was a good. I didn't even think of it that way until people. And I feel like we are women of color, and so I think we could be the first people who, if we were that kind of we want to be mad about something, would have found it problematic.
Right.
It didn't even cross my mind. I was like, oh, that's cute.
Question: do you think that somebody in American Eagle made it an issue because, like you said, the stock is up? The sales are up just to get people talking about it, and then. But I don't know.
Even the movie she did with Glenn Powell, was it called Anyone But You?
Yes.
Everyone thought for a while that was all very planned just to get because he was dating what's her face for a while.
Yes.
And then everyone thought that Sydney and Glenn were together, and she just did her whole podcast about it, about how she was going to come visit. She got her a work visa to go to Australia and be there, and he's actually the production crew doesn't think it's a good idea for you to come out here because it's going to ruin our sexual chemistry. I'm that is completely, they're being told that because they know all this shit, tabloid stuff is coming out, is going to make this movie blow up. So
who knows? Yeah. I don't know what to believe anymore. But all I'm saying is that, I've seen this, the Cindy Crawford ad for Calvin Klein back in the 90s. It's all the same. Like we've said since, 1959, that sex sells. It does, and I get it. Maybe if it's specifically for a back to school ad, maybe not the best choice to do it right now.
They were mad about the sex sales thing. I think they were just mad that they felt like you're making this white girl privilege.
Right.
I've got good genes.
Yeah.
So people who
but
aren't
she
white
does have
and
good
blue,
genes too.
I know,
she's gorgeous.
God, if my mom, damn it, you gave me hips and you gave me an ass, but you gave me no tits.
Right, and no blue eyes.
No blue eyes. And my mom has blue eyes. So do two of my sisters. How dare you?
Do you think though, if let's say if it was a woman of color who had blue eyes who did this ad,
that's what we were asking.
Do you think people would have?
No, you know what? Yes, they would have found an issue with that too. People, and that's the thing. We live in this fucking world of just outrage.
You're damned if you're you're damned or don't.
It's annoying getting on social media every day and people are just mad. And that leads us to talking about cancel culture and how it's so disappointing that people can make a mistake when they're 16, which around the time we were 16 is when social media started kind of coming up. And so you could have gotten your first Twitter account at 16, posted some stupid shit. And back then, The Office was still playing. You could say stupid shit back then and not get canceled. It was just a different time. Nowadays, people, if they see success, they will spend hours just trying to find a way to ruin you because they're so miserable in their own lives.
Yes.
And bam, they find it.
Yes.
It goes viral. And then you're canceled. And you could say sorry till you're blue in the face.
Yep.
You could do all of the work. You can prove that you've done the work. But it doesn't matter because people want to cancel you. They want to bury you. And they don't want to let you get back up. And I hate it.
Yeah.
And it makes me scared to do anything
wrong, or just have have an opinion.
Have an opinion. You cannot have an opinion.
It's okay. Like we could see things differently, and it's okay. Like I'm not going to hate you. You know what I mean? Like there's so many things out there that everyone sees, and it's such a different way, and it's okay.
I know.
That's what makes the world so beautiful, is that we can all have these different opinions. You know. So I don't know. I think cancel culture it's like a happy trigger, you know. It's like people who are behind a screen, and
it's the woke mob, as they call it.
They're just waiting. They're
waiting. Too many people have too much time on their hands. Howard Stern's show is getting canceled after how many years now? Like decades. Like, because I mean, the thought process. He told his audience, if you voted for Trump, if you're a Trump fan, stop watching my show. And now people are saying, if you are a public figure, have the public platform, keep politics out of it. It's like Colbert. You're getting taken off air and taken off these platforms now, because unfortunately the world is just being operated this way. You cannot speak your truth. You cannot speak your mind. You can't have a different opinion. Like, I got blocked on social media by a lot of the people I grew up with because I spoke out about, like, when the Capitol got stormed a few years ago. I was like, hey, listen, we can have different opinions. However, we can all agree, hopefully, that is wrong.
Right.
If you disagree with me, then I guess maybe we don't, I got blocked by half the people that I know.
Probably for the best.
I mean, for the best.
But it is weird that those
it's always people on the other side who do that too.
Right.
They're the ones who want to be mad at you. Sorry, we're not supposed to go political. But all that being said, Hulk Hogan, wrestling legend, passed away this past year. I've hung out with Hulk, a number of times working for the company. He was always very pleasant to me, but it was never lost on me that he had said some of the worst possible things, especially towards Black people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to say him here. You can Google it, but I'm sure everyone knows the stuff he has said. His daughter, Brooke Hogan, completely, just disowned him as her father, even asked to be taken out of the will. She wants nothing to do with him.
Which is crazy. I mean, if you're asking that,
if you were then there's something.
There has to be something there way deeper than we even know.
Oh, of course. But I posted on Twitter, I'm like, hey, because people are like, people just need to get over, Hulk Hogan made a mistake, but he apologized, so get over it. And I'm like, listen, white people have no place telling Black people when time is up for being mad about what the white person said that was racist.
Right.
You just can't do that.
No.
However, I still don't think it's in good taste to be celebrating publicly about someone's death, no matter, unless it's like a Hitler or an evil person. And, some people think that Hogan was truly an evil person. I don't think of it in that way. I think he was a very ignorant person. I don't think evil is the word. But even speaking that out on social media, I got fucked, just from both sides. Like, we thought you were one of us from the first part of the tweet. And then, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Again, you get canceled. There's a whole other thread about me, oh, here she comes, this biracial girl. That's the most biracial tweet I've ever seen.
Great. Great. I love that. Yeah, it is a biracial tweet. Sure. Because that's what you are. You are a biracial woman making an opinion about something. Sure, but that's not a bad thing. So thank you.
But it's a point. People just try to find issue with everything and spin it to their own narrative. And this is why the world kind of sucks right now.
It's heavy. It's really heavy.
Well, anyway, I don't even think half that shit was on the rundown we're going to talk about today.
But here we are.
Let us know if you agree or disagree, whatever. We won't block you from the show if you disagree with us. We want to hear opinions. I want to learn something new every day. Some of the best conversations we've had it with a close friend of ours is hearing them give us their version of their truth and us being able to discuss it without thinking differently of each other and causing a whole scene. We have other friends, if you think differently from them, you're dead to them. So I think I would like to encourage everybody to have open dialogue with your people, the people you care about, and learn from each other. Because that's the only way this world is going to... it's never going to happen, let's be honest. The world's never going to get back on track. But that's the only way it's going to happen.
I don't know what track it's going to be on, but it's probably not the right one. But we'll be on some track. And, we can try and do our best. That's all we can do.
Do our best and be kind.
Absolutely.
All right, before we go, let's do our honey jar.
Let's do it. Okay, let me grab
her. All right, we'll do one.
Yeah. Right? Just like one today? I think one today.
Yeah.
Our topics, they just runneth over.
the cup.
Ooh, okay. Stay. Let's see what we got today. Name something that should be embarrassing but absolutely isn't for you.
Oh, okay. I take pictures and post this a lot. I wax my nose hairs.
You did mention that.
Yeah, and I posted a photo. Yeah, because like some women, I mean, I think everyone has nose hairs, but like I get like my nose hairs, you can see them sometimes. And so I bought this little wax you can get on Amazon. I keep hitting this on accident. Hold on. This wax on Amazon with these little sticks, and you put it in there and you just stick them in your nose for 90 seconds, and then you just rip them out. It sounds painful. It's not. It's very satisfying. And then I walk around with just like a clean...
I've done that one time.
I can do it to you.
I've done it once, and here's the thing. I had such bad allergies because I ripped out all my nose hairs. So I think like all the pollen was just like going to my brain, and I had the worst allergies for...
Because you took
maybe
them out?
4 or 5 days.
Because I guess that's the point of nose hairs, right? To
the
keep
nose
the pollen
hairs
from getting up.
yes,
I'm
it
just like,
keeps it.
Give it to me, pollen.
Kayla's a freak
Let
of
me
nature
just-
over here. She's like, oh, no, I'm good. Like, I
Give me
smell
a line
everything.
of pollen.
Oh, my God. We could talk about this like another day, but I do think, honestly, like... I've had a hemorrhoid before, and I feel like so many people do have them, like every so often, and it's something that like people are so not willing to talk about. And it's like, look, it happens, and
If it hasn't happened for you, congratulations for being one of God's favorites.
Yes, exactly,
you know?
Because
I hope you have worse nose hairs than me. No.
Or bad breath. If you've never had a hemorrhoid, at least like let's give them bad breath or something.
Oh God.
But yeah, it's like that's like so embarrassing to like think about. But it's not. It's something that happens to us. You know, it's like we learn that we have to eat more fiber and not push as hard.
That's right.
That's it.
Don't
like,
push as hard.
Don't push as hard.
That's about everything in life. Just don't push so hard.
Yes.
Well, I think that's a good note to go on.
Yep, that was great.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. We've got a great episode next week. It is mid-August, which is crazy. Well, it's early August, mid-August, which means all the children are going back to school. So Vanessa and I are going to reminisce a little bit about our early school days. Maybe show some pictures of us from back then. Yikes.
Yep.
Is that where you're wearing the glasses now? You're kind of like giving little nerds just to get prepared?
Yeah, just to get you prepared for next week.
And she grew up in a Catholic school, and I grew up in a Southern Baptist Christian school. So let me tell you, these stories are going to be crazy. You're going to want to come back for that. But yeah, thanks for watching this week, and I'll let you do the sign-off that you've gotten so good at.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, why am I nervous today to say it? And just remember, if you're ever looking for the perfect cup of tea, your ingredients are right here with Milk and Honeys. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.